What's up, guys? My name is Rico and this is Suave Tech. I'm going to bring you tech videos every single week, and today I wanted to talk to you about the Xbox Elite Series 2 controller. Right off the bat, I'll talk to you about something that is actually I don't like, and that's the price. The price on this is $180. Now, unless you're going to get this used somewhere, you're going to pay $180. On their website, on Amazon, it's $180 at the time of this video. Hopefully you can find it for somewhere cheaper, but that brings me to my point of this controller is not for every single person. This controller is for that professional in your life that plays games, or that person that's really into video games that's gonna take the time to actually utilize the functions of this controller. Not just the pieces that you can swap out, but the app that comes on the Xbox. As soon as you pair your controller to the Xbox, it should pop up with the app. You can make 3 different profiles, and there's a lot of different customizations that you can do. So if that person, either doesn't want to do all that, or is not, just a casual gamer, just likes to play, have fun, I would not get this controller for them. Let me go ahead and talk about the things that I do like about this controller, which is a lot. First of all, let me go over what's actually on the controller. So it's just like a regular Xbox controller. Some of the differences are the paddles on the back. So there's 4 different paddles. You don't have to have all of them connected at the same time. You can have 2 paddles. I mean, heck, you can have 1 paddle and it's still gonna work. But originally these paddles are mapped for the A, B, and X, Y button on this controller. You can go ahead and keep that, which I did for the Call of Duty game that I play, but I also play NBA 2K. If I want to play that, switch to the default profile, or I might just go ahead and pop these off altogether. That way I can grip the controller a lot better. So some of the other things you can customize with the controller are the joysticks. So you can pop both of them off. They magnetically adhere to the controller. So it comes with 4 other types of joysticks. It comes with the joysticks that come on the Xbox controllers. It has that nice ridge edge, and it's concave, so I like those personally, and I tried the other ones and I just went back to these ones for both joysticks. But they have another joystick that's extra long in case that's something that you like. It's also concave. The convex one is a little bit shorter, I think, even than the original ones. Be mindful of that. But I tried using that and it was okay a little bit for my right joystick. Again, for me, nothing beats the original ones. Then you have a couple that are a lot smoother around the edge of the joystick. So you can go ahead, if you don't like that ridge, which I'm not entirely sure why you wouldn't, but if you don't like the ridge, you go ahead and pop those off. Real simple. Now if you pop that off, you're going to see the area where you can adjust the tension. Now it comes with a little tension tool inside the case, and you can adjust the tension. So you can have it super tight, which is what I like, especially on the right joystick, or you can loosen it. I have it probably midway, maybe a little more than midway on the left joystick. You can have it super loose. It's really up to you what you want to do, and you might actually want to even change it for different games. So another thing you'll notice on the top that you can pop off is the directional pad. So it comes with that directional pad that the Series X original controller comes with, that new Series X that came out. So the only difference is this one on the Elite controller is metal. So I really like that, and if for some reason you don't like that, you can pop that off. It magnetically adheres to the controller as well, so you can use a different directional pad, one that's more traditional. Another thing I'll talk about is the trigger stops. 3 different variations on the back. It's a switch. It's really easy to use. The top one is like an original Xbox controller. It's going to have a full pull on them. I don't like that, especially if you have something like Call of Duty where you're trying to aim down sight quickly. It's going to be a little difficult. But they have a mid-range too, so it's halfway between its original position of the trigger and all the way pulled down. And then they have a really short one, which is the one that I actually use. Especially if you're using different guns or something in the Call of Duty that have a slow ADS, you might want to go ahead and just do the short trigger stop. So that's one of the things I like. And the last thing, really on the physical controller itself that you can pop, on and off, is there's a button in the middle, kind of where the share button is on the Xbox Series S or X controller. That button, instead of being a share button, that button actually switches between the different profiles that you have. So you can create 3 different profiles, which is great if you want to share the controller. I'm not sharing the controller though. This controller is all for me. But if you want to share the controller, you can. If you don't, and you actually want to make different profiles for different types of games, like first-person shooters, sports games, stuff like that, you can go ahead and make that as well. It's really easy to switch between them. Let's say that you want to go from playing Call of Duty to playing NBA 2K, and you don't want to switch it all the way up, or even Fortnite, and you want different mappings for Fortnite. You go ahead, just push that button. They have 3 indicator lights on the front. It'll let you know which profile you're under. and let's say you switch to a different profile and now all of a sudden the paddles don't work on the back, or maybe only 2 of the paddles switch or something like that. And that's where you get into the app. So like I said, when you turn on the controller, automatically you're going to go ahead and be popped into that app. It's going to actually, mine prompted me to update, but after that update you're going to be able to go ahead and dive even deeper into things like the joysticks, how sensitive they are. You can leave it on default, or you can make it super sensitive. One of mine I made super sensitive for this profile. The other one I made just the default. You can go ahead and remap. Instead of A, B, X, Y on the back paddles, you can remap. Maybe one of the paddles is your trigger, the other paddle is your aim down sight or ADS, and you can customize it that way. The directional pad, you can customize what you push on the directional pad to get that. So it's really easy to do that. Now where I'll say, and this is why I say this is not a controller for someone who's just casually gaming, is there's a lot of stuff you can customize. Even with the triggers not being able to be pulled down all the way, you can still customize how sensitive it is when you pull it. It's going to be super sensitive, not so sensitive, maybe in the middle, and everywhere in between. One of the things that I don't like maybe about the controller, it's not really a huge deal, but it is significantly heavier than the original Xbox controller has. Now, are you going to notice it all the time? No, but you know, if you're going to game for hours, it's a little weird to have something that heavy in your hands. Another thing though that I like about this controller is it uses USB-C, and it comes with a nicely braided USB-C cable. Now, for those of you that don't know what USB-C is, that's going to be the cable that charges your Android phone. So it's really nice to not have to carry around an extra cable. You know, it comes with a carrying case. You're probably going to want to bring this over, especially if you're used to playing Call of Duty with the paddles on the back. You might want to bring this to your friend's house, and I don't want to have to bring an extra cable just in case. Or they might have the old Xbox controller cable, the micro USB, so that way I can have my phone cable and I don't have to bring this nicely braided cable. I just go ahead and leave that at home. So speaking of charging, that brings me to my next point, the case itself. So the case comes with a nice mesh at the top here when you unzip it. I'm guessing that's for the cables and stuff, but it also comes with the charging stand itself. So you can take the charging stand, it magnetically adheres to the inside of the Xbox controller case, but you can pop that out and you can just put it on your TV stand or your desk or something like that if you're using this for PC. So that's really nice, and again, that plugs in with USB-C. So you can charge the Xbox controller directly into the Xbox controller. It has a USB-C port on it, or you can set it on this dock and it can charge with a USB-C cord as well. Or what you could do is you can take the dock, pop it into the case, pop your controller into the case, close the case, and then there's a little flap on the back and it goes right into that USB-C port. So that's really nice. That's actually what I do with mine, so that, you know, if you have pets or something like that, you don't want to wake up to one of them gnawing on one of your joysticks or something like that. You also don't want to wake up, or, you know, over the years have a lot of dust build up on that controller. It's an expensive controller. You pay that much, you know, you expect to use it for a while. So that's something that you can just, you know, pop it right into the case, plug the case in, and you're good to go. Another thing I would say is, like, for me personally, you know, again, you don't have to use the back paddles, but it took me a while to use them. I would say the first couple of days I was using them on Call of Duty, it was horrible. I was trying to, you know, remember which one was A, B, and which one was, you know, X, Y, and stuff like that. So, but I would say after about a week of doing it, I got a lot better at it. Am I perfect at it yet? No. But I'm getting super used to it, and I'm doing a lot better than I was before. Again, if you're not going to use this, so like let's say that someone gets this controller and they're deciding they're not going to use the back paddles ever, I would say that's pretty much a waste of money, man. I mean, you can go online, you can get customizable controllers, you can buy a controller, send it in, someone will customize it, paint it for you. You can go ahead and actually get from Xbox or Microsoft themselves a customized controller. So I would say if you're really, you know, looking to get a present that someone wants that's a casual gamer, I would go ahead and get one of those types of controllers. I wouldn't get this for anybody that's just casual. That's it for this video. I appreciate all of you guys coming here. I appreciate you watching this video. Questions, leave me a comment down below. I'm gonna have a lot of other tech videos. I hope you had a happy new year, and I hope that 2021 is a lot better than this year. I'm out.